one I need is inside of me. I don't love more. The man I love lives in me. I get much more. The one I need is inside of me. Lives in me. Dwells in me. I get so much more of you. Holy Spirit, I have so much more of thee. Holy Spirit, I get so much more of thee. Holy Spirit, I have so much of thee. Rivers of living water, because of your mercy, Holy Spirit, because of your forgiveness, Holy Spirit, because of your calling, Holy Spirit, because of your cleansing, Holy Spirit, because of your eternity, Holy Spirit, my heart pours out worship at your feet, my soul pours out worship at your feet. At your feet. Holy Spirit, rivers of living water. Ooh, ooh. I say yes to you as you ask my hand in marriage. I say yes, I do. As you give me your fancy, I agree with you. As you make me one with you, this is the nature of the feast of Shavuot. Ooh, a marital song. Hey, hey, is my marital song. In the past, royal law is my wedding gift. And now, the Holy Spirit is my wedding gift. Eternal, YAHUAH'S is my wedding gift. Ooh, 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 my resting bed, Mary, your worshiper, Mary, the worshiper, she's ready to wash your feet, she's ready to dry your feet. Oh, she's ready to kiss your feet. Ooh, ooh, Holy Spirit, there comes the tears of worship, the feelings of worship, the passion of eternal worship. Right at your feet, ooh, Holy Spirit, Holy Spirit, Holy Spirit, Ruach HaKodesh, Holy Spirit, a river of living water, mighty river of eternal living water. I worship you. I worship you. Greetings, family. Greetings from Abba Yahuwah to you and to me. Hope we are all doing great. Of course, we can say that again because of His mercy. Yes, because Abba Yahuwah lives. Definitely, of a sure word, we will see greater tomorrow. Yes, for His mercies always new every morning for you and for me. Hallelujah. He is not a man that should lie, neither a son of man that need repentance. You will get there, and I will get there. To Him be all praise, the sustainer of you and me. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. So, family, we want to do it again. We want to lay hammers again. People thought that they are smart, but we want to be proving them so wrong, so unlearned. All right, so backward. All right, now, family, here we are in the heavenly courtroom of Abba Yahuwah with this powerful message titled For You and Me, Our Great Daddy, Oba of Edo marrying two sisters, controversy. Murphy Uyi and King Bright are not good to judge. No, you are just too small. Isn't your seat at all? Isn't your calling? It's not your thing. This is bigger than you. How dare you, sinner, judge what? Oh no. If only you know the consequences of you pointing an accusing finger, whereby you live a filthy life, whereby your life is so full of garbage, whereby you don't not live for Abba Yahuwah, and you not try to take the seat of Abba Yahuwah, His judging throne, and you not begin to point what finger, cast a stone at who? You are just too small. You are just too small. All right, now, family, we are not going to do it by passion, feelings, all right, but by the royal law's objective. So let us begin to put scriptures to unfold or to validate this very title from these two guys. All right, now here we are. Ecclesiastes chapter 1 verses 9. I read. The thing that had been is it is he that which oh my father, I'm making a huge mistake. I'm sorry, pardon me for that. I have to take it again. The things that had been, it is that which shall be. King James somehow. And that which is done is that which shall be done. And there is nothing new under this heaven. Did you get that? He said what has been before. All right, now let me put it in a very plain way. What took place, right at Genesis 3, that is the beginning, will definitely, keep spreading until the end of this world. What has been done, what has already been done over there, established over there, is still going to, it's like Ebola virus. It's virus. It's going to, keep spreading until the very end of it. Or what did you see in life? That my daddy, the great Oba of Edo, the very son, of the eternal Oba, the King of Kings, Yahushua HaMashiach, that he marries two sisters, and that becomes your headache. That becomes your, problem. All right, that becomes your setback word. So what does that have to do with you? You say it's a slap on your face, right? Brad, you said this is a slap on your face. So your wretched lifestyle is not a slap on your face. Your lifestyle of fornication is not a slap on your face. Your lifestyle of iniquity that breaks every single commandment of Abba Yahuwah is not a slap on your face. And you, Uji, what did you see in life? You said this is a problem on you. You said this is the reason why you live in darkness. I think they said two women have two children for you, and you living under fornication, and you never marry even to the white woman you live with. So that isn't a problem on you. That isn't a dark word on you. Are you living for the royal law? Did you do what the royal law says? Do you obey Abba Yahuwah? Only the saints of Abba Yahuwah is worthy to judge. No, you wretched one. No, you sinners. Anyway, like I earlier said, not by, emotional. Okay, but by the royal law's objective. Last week, a sister brought this topic to me. I wanted not to look into it because I say I'm so few to be talking about this is privacy. Why? I said, when that sister brought it, he said, my sister, she follows me on YouTube. He said, my sister, look at what is going on. Please, I don't know if you can just give a guideline. Please, can you address it? I said, what I cannot just give you, yes, I will do. What I'm going to do, I'm going to ask Abba Yehovah if he will allow me to go into the privacy of the king. I'm not the one that make him a king. Okay? Abba Yehovah makes him a king. Okay? So, but spiritual authority is higher than me. And if we have to come to that of Abba Yehovah, and the authority of Abba Yehovah of which I stand, which is the very solid rock of ages which I'm standing, is eternally higher than him. All right? But when that comes to just me, why should I just say that, begin to batch into his, privacy? So I promised that sister. Okay, I said I'm going to first of all pray. If Abba Yehovah say yes, then I will establish it. If not, I'm not going to talk about it. Okay? She now said, okay, no problem. That was last week. The first day I prayed, I didn't hear nothing. Second day, I did nothing. Third day, I did nothing. Then I stopped the prayer. I didn't pray about it anymore. That was last week over here. Okay? I said, because I didn't hear, go and say, talk about it or don't. I didn't hear nothing. No guide, nothing, absolute. Abba Yehovah was mute. And therefore, I said, that is a kill leg. I'm not going to speak. All right? So to my amazement this morning, that was what I didn't work today. I'm supposed to be at work. I'm supposed to be doing other things today. But I just put it aside. I was so amazed when Abba Yehovah said, now go and speak about the question your sister asked you. Just go and address it. And I begin to give me the scriptures. Right away, give me the title. I just put everything, down. Because Center has brought these two people. They are more to keep, to ridicule the king. All right? So right now, I said I should talk about it. So I'm so privileged today to talk about it. Okay, that is my purpose. God dispose. What dispose? I was trying to, I said there's no extra video until Shabbat. But urgently, Abba Yehovah said I have to do this. Then I have to stop what I'm supposed to do today in order to talk about it. So right now, family, let's do it together. All right now, according to what we just read in Ecclesiastes chapter 1, verses 9, it said, what has been will be again. What has been done will be done again, for there is nothing new under this heaven. Okay, so this that transpired, okay, within my papa, above Edo, it has, it's in the Bible. So let's unveil it. How did it happen in the Bible? So it's not something new. Listen now. Here we are, Genesis in the beginning. 29, I read verses 20. And Laban gave Rachel his daughter. Okay. No. I have to start from verses 20. That is where the whole negotiation begins. All right, now listen now, verses 20. You can read it all 29. It's about this very matter. For a better understanding, I encourage you to just read all chapter 29, Genesis. So I read verses 29. And Jacob, whom you call Jacob, served 7 years for Rachel, whom you call Rachel. And they seemed unto him but a few days, for the love he had for her. And Jacob said unto Laban, give me my wife, for my days are fulfilled, that I may go in unto her. And Laban gathered together all the men of the place and made a feast. And it came to pass in the evening that he took Leah, that is where the problem comes in, his daughter, and brought her to him, and he went in unto her. You see, for you to know that fornication is not allowed for a whole 7 years, he never touched her. Assuming he wants, do the service, he should have knew this is not the body I normally, used to. So that was why he was able to deceive him.
I'm not saying that about Papa. That's why I wanted them to talk about it. I'm not saying that it's been deceived, but you will know why I'm here. 24. And Laban gave unto his daughter, okay, Leah, Zephyr, his maid for an handmaid. No, no, yeah, 25 now. And it came to pass that in the morning, behold, it was Leah. And he said unto Laban, what is this thou hast done unto me? Did not I say with thee for Rachel? Wherefore then hast thou beguiled, you deceived me. Why did you do that? Listen now, 26. This is my focus point, okay? And let it also be your focus point. And Laban said, it must not be done. Okay, I take it again. And Laban said, it must not be so done in my country. They have a law in their own country to give the younger before the firstborn. Before what? The firstborn. So he said, where is this country? Babylon. Babylon. This is the first Babylon. And we have the second Babylon. That is Revelation 18. Babylon. So what happened? He said it's not so. Is it so? This should be the first. And this should be the yeah. I think they said this is 24. And she is 22. So according to Laban, the first needs to go. Not the younger one. All right, now listen. So he deceived Jacob. Now, Ecclesiastic 1:9 said, what has been will be again, even though Jacob is not a king, is not a ruler, but there we get the 12 tribes, precisely the king's maker, the tribe of Yehudah. Listen up. He said, in my own country, this is what is going on. This is how we are doing ours. So, first of all, fulfill the weeks of the first one, then I will also give you the second one. So this is where we have this case that one man married two sisters in the Bible. You see how it happens. But if Abba Yehoah doesn't want it, he could have stopped it. He let it happen for a reason. Why? Because the whole matter is already being corrupt, right in Genesis 3. So iniquity is going to keep spreading. That was what Ecclesiastic said. Okay? That's what it said. What has been will be again. So the where I found it, it has been, my father, Jacob, did it. So he said that character is, is going to resurface again. Okay? Why Abba Yehoah allows it to happen for him to judge that spirit. Okay? For him to judge that spirit. Yahushua's first coming is to show you and I the ways to heaven. He did not first of all come to judge. So what is the nature of his second coming? Is to judge. Now he is preparing his people, okay, allowing all this spirit to resurface again. Okay, so right now I want to put scriptures more to validate this, or to elaborate more on it. So in this second Babylon, where I quote already Revelation 18, you see, say, come out of my people. Okay, so what has been will be definitely again. So we see it again. It's not new at all. So, but depends on how Abba Yehoah want to handle the matter. So you see the way I take it, very simple. So it's not for me to say, hey, he did. This is his privacy. For that of Imariabe is in his privacy, because that one already dragged herself to the Republicans. So that is why every nonsense begin to pull mouth. Okay, but this one is his own privacy. You see the way I'm taking it. This is how I'm being taught to take it. Very simple. You can take it or you leave it. It's your problem. Isn't my problem. Okay. So right now we'll put more. If it is just like Buhari, if it is Buhari, I know what to say. My mom will be making I will be spewing it out without even thinking. But this has to do with what? Royalty. Isaac Morioba. No one just come on this earth and say, I want to become a king. It's not by voting. It is a mystery. Why? The reason why I respect this monarchy so much, it is because this is what is going to be going on here on earth, eternity. Minus the poverty side, multiplying of a wives, and the other, idol worship. No, those one can't. That is the corrupt nature of the kingdom, of the empire. So that is our message. No, that should be next week Shabbat. Yes, that is our message next week. We want to dig more into the monarchy, into the palace. Not about his privacy, but about the kingship, the characteristics. Okay, I want to talk about it more. That should be next Shabbat. Now, we are not going to be seeing these presidents. No, that doesn't work in our kingdom. What governs our kingdom? It is this monarchy or kingly throne. That is what we see throughout the scriptures. We don't have no president, governor, no nonsense, none of those. Those are worldly. The one that is ours, it is the kingdom of Oba. Okay, you should rule out, multiplying of a wife and all those things they are serving. Those two, put it outside. But every other thing, that is our king, that is our empire, that is our monarchy, that is our throne, that is ours, that will serve for all eternity. Okay? But for that of president, whatever governor, they are going to be abolished because that is worldly system. That is not ours. All right? So now we'll put some scriptures. I want to take it light too. Very simple. As I'm being commanded and as I'm being told. Now you can also read Genesis 11. Where is it? Genesis 11. Where is it? Okay, verses 26 to 30. Now, on other cases, because I'm hearing nonsense from this Mofi Uji, I don't know. Anyway, he has already taken his judgment. Now, he said, Papa, I don't know whether it's true because I'm scared. Okay, have something, okay, sexual relationship with his half-sister. All right, now, no problem. Which wife did Father Abraham marry? Who was Sarai? Who was Sarai? I know these are biblical people. Oba is biblical. Just that this. Okay, Oba is King Solomon. Let me put it so. Oba is King Solomon falling apart kingdom. I'm gonna expose that more. That's why you must follow up next week Shabbat. Oba is King Solomon. That is the perverse kingdom, polluted kingdom of King Solomon. Listen up. Father Abraham married his own sister. Sarai, she was the daughter of Haran. Haran is the eldest brother of Father Abraham, the same papa, the same mama. He married his daughter. Okay? So, you can study that, you can read that by yourself. There's a place I want to really dig into. You don't have the right to judge. That is my office here. But for this of my papa, you say I'm taking it very simple. No hypocrisy. Don't tell me that, okay? I'm gonna do it the way my father asked me to do it. Now, okay. I also hear another nonsense again from this Murphy. Said if you see what this guy is pouring out, spewing out, he spewed this out again. That our papa, the great Oba of Edo, has sexual intercourse with his own daughter. Okay, now no problem. So you're releasing some pieces. Now, Lot also did it to his two daughters. Ecclesiastic 1:9 said, what has been, listen, will be again. Not that all this they say, not that is righteous. No, it is the poverty kingdom. I'm not saying my father did it too. No, that's not what I'm saying. But I'm just trying to refute those nonsense. Okay? If that, okay, were true. So it also happened in the Bible. Lord give it to two of his daughters. And from there come his children. The children that is being called Moab and Ammon. They are the sons of Lot given to Lot by his own two daughters. Now he's also talking of drug. A lot of things these people is spewing out. You will die, your blood is going to be upon your own head. Now listen now. Before Lot's daughters could do that service to their father, they also got their father drunk. They drugged him. They got him drunk, okay, with alcohol in order for them to carry out the service. I think that is going to heal some parts in us, if that were true. All right, now we also jot other things down, taking it very light and simple. But wait for me when I come to this Uji and whatever bright nonsense. Yeah, people. Now, Second Samuel chapter 11. This Murphy also spew out another wickedness that our Papa, the great Oba of Edo, also, oh my father, have sexual intercourse with a married woman. Okay, now no problem. We have it here in the Bible. We are quoted. What has been will be if that were true. King David did it. And he even murdered. He murdered the husband of Bathsheba. Bathsheba was a very beautiful, elegant woman. Okay. Our Papa King David couldn't, just take his eyes off her. He do the service. But there was punishment. 3 children died. And his kingdom was turned upside down. You wouldn't dare anything like that. But it happens. That is what I'm saying. What has been will be again. Now, this Murphy is talking nonsense. Abba have a lot of wives. The other one was married 207 wives. 207 wives. That is slave man. That is this. All right, now we have the case. At least no one has ever even got it to the point of King Solomon. King Solomon was 1,000. Was he righteous initially in the beginning? Yes. So what happened in the center of it? Oh, he fell apart. And what was his service to a wood? And did Abayewa kill him for that? No. Abayewa rebuked him for that. So in his old age, he got repented. That is when I begin to lament. In Ecclesiastic, in Proverbs, and I begin to advise people. Because he carries PhD. When we now come to multiplying of a wife, no one has ever come to that, my papa's level. Okay? No one has ever. All right? So that is the pervert kingdom. But what am I saying? It happened. Well, you can find it. That's what I'm saying. Right in the Bible, you carried. It is in the Bible. Okay? You carried. So that's it. I think that is where I'm done. I'm just done. I'm just too good. I'm done. So right now, let me begin to deal with Murphy and this bright fornicator. You have never washed your filthy mouth. That is, in fact, me, I want to throw out. Bride, your mouth is so stinks, eh? The same with Uyi. Go and just, get some nice brush and get some nice good, maclay and brush it up and remove those filthiness. If you are worthy of life, stop nonsense. Okay? Now, another place, I think, should I read? But there is a place I really want to talk before I started dealing with these two guys. All right, now. Matthew 14, verses 1 to 4. Herod was king. So, Herod now married the wife or have something, sexual intercourse with his brother's wife. Now, Yahuwah, whom you call John the Baptist, now went, according to the royal land, to refute him and said, now that they insulted him, and said, this is not lawful for you to have your brother's wife. It is not lawful. Who asked you to say that? Yes. He was arrested and be cast into the prison. And afterwards, being beheaded. All right? Abayewa allows it to happen because, John the Baptist is the forerunners of the biblical Messiah, Yahushua HaMashiach. All right? So, again, Abayewa also allowed him to be murdered. Not that he cannot prevent it like he did to Mishael, Ananias, and Azarias when they were being cast into the fire. He preserved and rescued them. He has the power to also do likewise unto Yahuwah. But he allows it to happen, okay? Because he never insulted the king. He only let him know this is not lawful. All right, now. He was killed, beheaded. But Abba Yehovah allows him to, be beheaded for him to go now to the bottomless pit, which is called, the bosom of Father Abraham. You can see this in Luke chapter 16, verses 19, way down to the end. To prepare people there. He was the one that went there to announce. I got that vision from the book of Nicodemus. Powerful book. He went there to announce the arrival of Yahushua for all of them to get ready. It is time to go home. Because he came to prepare his way here on earth. And also when he died, he also redeemed his people from the bosom of Father Abraham. Okay. Yehukan also went to go and prepare his way over there to announce to our forefather to get ready that the Redeemer has come, on his way coming. So that was why it happened. But how did it happen? We see already he spoke, to the king and said, it's not lawful for you to do this. He was arrested. So that is all. I'm done. So right now I want to rebuke these two demon-possessed and demon-filled men. Here I am, Tehali, Psalms 32 verses 1. Blessed is he whose transgression is forgiven, whose sin is covered. Did you get that? Blessed is the man unto whom Yahuwah imputeth not iniquity, and whose spirit there is no God. Did you get that? You are blessed if Yahuwah did not hold your sin against you. If he's declared you even don't know. Okay, David, whom you call David, sinned. He committed adultery and he also committed murder. But Abba said, this is a man after my heart. So after he have done that wickedness, did Abba retrieve his love from him and said, you are no more man after my heart? No. That relationship continued. Okay? He said, blessed you are. If Abba did not sit you down and begin to point out your iniquity, you are blessed. Okay? And if he had to point out one by one our iniquity, who is going to stand? Can you? Not at all. Nobody will stand his judgment. But what am I saying? Why do I come here? As like a thief right at the cross. At the last minute, he repented. All his life, he has never worshipped Abba Yahuwah. He has never lived for Abba Yahuwah. He always commit wickedness. But at the last moment, he repented. So all his sin is being wiped out. That is how you are blessed. He made it all to heaven. That is how you are blessed. Now let's see how you just brought condemnation upon your own self. You two guys, Uji and Bright, you both brought judgment unto yourself. You don't know what you are doing. If only you know the consequences, or you were aware of the consequences, you should have just shut your mouth. John chapter 8 verses, I take from 3. And the scribes and Pharisees brought unto him a woman taken in adultery, that is sex perversion, okay? And when they had set her in the midst, they said unto him, Master, this woman was taken in adultery in the very act. It's like they were, after the woman. Okay, 5 now. Now Moshe in the law commanded us that such should be stoned. But what sayest thou? What sayest thou? This they said, tempting him, okay. Okay, I want to go to 7 because I'm running out of time. So when they have, okay, where, oh my father. Okay, I read 7 now. So when they continued asking him, he lifted up himself and said unto them, okay, step down and I begin to write something, okay, and said unto them, he that is without sin among you, let him first cast a stone at her. Did you see the judgment? He is the King of Kings, the Oba of Obas. Okay, you caught her. According to the law of Moshe or Moses, she needs to be stoned to death. So let's go to that law and see what he meant over here. Christianity, they always make math. This one said, I knew what he was writing. The other one said, I knew what he... When they now begin to speak about what he was writing, I said, these people, you are full of shame. And you are just naked to destruction. But you knew it not. He quoted the law. He that have no sin, cast the first stone. Let us see. So why did he say that? Let us go now to why he said that. So before we go there, what is sin? If you have no sin in your hand, first of all, cast that stone bright. You have sin in your hand? If you don't have, you can cast. Uji, you have sin in your hand? If you don't have, you can keep castigating him. But if you have, the penalty, it is sevenfold returning back to you. Listen now, 1 John chapter 3 verses 4. Whosoever committeth sin, transgress also the law, for sin is the transgressor of the law. Did you get that? If you are not sin in your hand, it's if you are not breaking the law. Because sin simply means breaking the law. If you are not breaking the law, what they call it bright, and the other one, They keep castigating, keep judging. It is in your power to do. But if you have sin in your head, the consequences, it is sevenfold returning back to your head. That is why you need to shut up, because you are not worthy. Now, Deuteronomy, where the law comes from, it said the one that saw them doing that act needs to cast the first stone. He said, he that have not seen among you scribes and Pharisees, throw the first stone at her. What did they do? We are coming back to what they did. And we are here to know what he wrote down or what he quoted. He quoted the law. Deuteronomy 17, 1-7. Okay, I'm ready too. If there be any among you within any of thy gates, which Jehovah the Elohim giveth thee, man or woman that hath wrought wickedness in the sight of Jehovah the Elohim, in transgressing his covenant, in transgressing what? What is sin? Sin is transgressing the law. It means transgression to the law. You say if you find any man or woman, transgress the law of Moshe. Let's see. We are going to 7. You can keep reading. I want to read verses 7 now. Okay. The hands of the witnesses shall be forced upon him to put him to death. And afterward, the hands of all the people. So thou shalt put the evil away from among you. Did you get that? Okay, let me read verses 5 now. Then shalt thou bring forth that man or that woman which have committed that wicked thing unto thy gate. Even that man or that woman shall stone them with stones till they die. So 7 has said, you, the very first one that saw them doing it, first of all, cast the stone, and every other one will follow until both of them die. Don't let them go. You see the stoning? You will be stoned. You call yourself king? No, your face is bright. You will be stoned. Why? Because you break the law. Listen now. We are back to John chapter 8. I'm reading verses 9 now. Okay. Verses 8. And again, he stepped down and wrote on the ground. This is what it was. We had just quoted. That's what he wrote. 9. And they which heard it being convinced by their own conscience, went out one by one, beginning at the eldest, even unto the least. And Yahushua was left alone, and the woman standing in the midst. I'm done. Now what happened? All of them left. So what did they do? What did the Lord say? As you just caught both of them doing that wickedness, you first of all that saw it releases a stone upon them both. Then every other Pharisees and scribes will begin to stone. What did they do? They only brought the woman. And where is the guy? Is the woman banging herself by herself? No. Where is the guy? Probably, maybe the guy is going to be their son, their brother, their friend, or one of their Pharisees, or one of the scribes. They let him go. So for you to let him go, you break the law. That is what Yahushua said. If you know you are not breaking the law, first releases that stone. And let me see. They were convinced because he quoted the law. Oh no, then I said this guy caught us red-handed. They left. Uyi, do you have sin in your heart? Do you break the royal law? Face is bright. Do you break the royal law? It's going to be sevenfold. We put some more. Listen to Matthew 7:1. 1-5. Judge not that ye be not judged. For with what judgment ye judge, ye shall be judged. And with what measure ye meant, it shall be mentioned to you again. Did you break the royal law? And why beholdest thou the mote in that is in thy brother's eyes, but considereth not the burn that is in thy own eyes? Or how wilt thou say to thy brother, let me pull out the mote out of thy eye, and behold, a beam is in thy own eye? Thou hypocrite, first cast out the mote out of thy own eye, and then shalt thou see clearly to cast out the mote out of thy brother's eye. Did you get that? Then after you have repented, you are allowed to judge. Let me show you who is going to judge. You are allowed to judge 100%. But you will know that you are not a gogoro. A drunkard cannot judge a fornicator. And a fornicator don't have no right to judge a drunkard. When you judge, the law is returning to your head. Because you will say, okay, you just want to go and fornicate. You did it. Meanwhile, you are a thief. And the royal law said, thou shalt not steal. And because you are not a drunkard or because you are not a fornicator, but you are a thief. So because you are not, okay, this one, I don't fornicate anymore. Do you have the right to judge whereby you are a thief? No. As you are passing judgment, hey, you fornicate, the royal law said don't fornicate. And hey, your own will be released from heavily upon your own head. And the Abba Yahweh will say, shut up. Just shut your filthy mouth. Eh? Did I say thou shalt not steal? So with the same measurement, it's coming right back to you. In the same manner you judge, it's coming back to you. But he said, first of all, go and remove your own. That is, you don't break the royal law. That is, now you are living for the royal law. Therefore, he said, you will see clearly to judge. Let's see what that is. All right, now listen. 1 Corinthians chapter 6. You can take it from verses 1 to 4. I read 2 or 1. Start from 1. Dare any of you having a matter against another go to the law before the unjust and not before the saints? The saint ought to judge. 2. Do ye not know that the saints shall judge the world? Now you repented. You don't do any of this. Therefore you can say, my brother, this thing is a slap on your face. Now you are a fornicator. You said it's a slap on your face. A 7th slap is coming to your face. That's it. Do ye not know that the saints shall judge the world? And if the saints shall judge the world, by you, are you unworthy to judge the smallest matters? Yes, because now you are a saint. You don't break the law. You live for the law. You live for the commandment of Rabbi Yahuwah. Therefore, you have already taken the sawdust or the moth out of your face, out of your eyes, so that you can see clearly. You can see clearly to castigate. Not to castigate, but to let there is a slap on your face. But now, face is bright. 7th slap is on your face. Oh, you Murphy, 7th slap is on your face. In Romans chapter 5, you can read it all. It said the call of Abba Yahweh is without repentance. While we were yet a sinner in the world, Yahushua died for us. He died for him. Only for him to come into that knowledge. And that will be cleansed. Okay, that's it. We'll put some more. Now, Luke chapter 23, verses 39 to 42. 3, you can read it, okay, about a thief that made it to heaven at the last minute. He said, remember me. And Messiah said, you will be in the paradise today. And it was so. Because we saw that in the gospel of Nicodemus. If you have it ready from chapter 12, way down to chapter 19, the thief even entered before Father Adam, the first Adam. He entered before them. He goes straight away to heaven at the last minute. A thief never walked for Abba Yahuwah. He lived arrogant lifestyle all his life, but at the last minute, he come to the knowledge of the Messiah and to the knowledge of the cross. He made it up to heaven. Okay. Now, Genesis chapter 9. This is what you guys did. Chapter 9, verses 20 to 26. Go and read it. Noah was naked. His son Ham saw his nakedness. He couldn't cover him up. What did he do? He now began to broadcast it on the street. So what was his reward? Cast. That curse is coming back to you guys on your forehead. Why? Because you are not worthy to judge. But the one that covers him up, they receive blessing. Sham and Yefet. They said, no, we can see our father's nakedness. You now come, you filthy bride. You brought a almighty king. You are speaking to a king. You are not speaking to ordinary man. You are not speaking to a mere man. You are not speaking to the president or the governor. But a king. Do you know how he becomes a king? Do you know the mystery behind this guy? Our great papa? No. You now brought him to the Republicans, to the street. You now begin to speak about a mighty and a whole king, as if you were the one who made him a king. You now begin to ridicule him. Say it's a slap on your face. Like this one is the dead among the living. Now begin to speak against the king. Now, it's a cost. Okay? We read the last verse now. Now, Proverbs chapter 6, 30 to 31, I read. Men, do not despise, listen now, men, do not despise a thief if he steals to satisfy his soul when he is hungry. 31. But if he be found, he shall restore sevenfold, he shall give all the substance of his house. Now, the royal law said, thou shalt not steal. And here is speaking of, there is a condition he put over there. In verses 30, he said, you shouldn't despise someone when he's being caught as a thief. Maybe he went to go and steal on no food to eat because he's hungry. So he says, such man, don't despise him. But if he's being caught, he's going to face the judgment of sevenfold. So what is it talking about? Now, when you are hungry, you don't have money, you don't have what it is, you steal. I bet your wife is going to pardon you. Why? Because you don't have food to eat. But when you now take it now as your daily lifestyle, therefore that is no more, you don't have to eat. That is, you just take it now, is your job. When you're being caught, it is sevenfold. It's everything you have. That is link of fire. Everything you have, you're going to pay with it. That is you using your soul to pay for your wickedness. Like Father Abraham, thou shalt not lie. Okay? But when he now gets to the brother of Egyptian, he told a lie and said, Sarah is no longer my wife, but my sister. But what happened? But Yahweh pardons him. What about Sapphira and Ananias? After Apostle chapter 5, they also told a lie. What happened? They got killed. Abba Yahweh never pardoned him. So depends on the situation and the circumstances you will find yourself. We don't know the reason why everything happened for a reason. We don't know the reason why our great papa did what he did, marry his niece, and the same two sisters. We don't know. Depends on what the circumstances that surrounds us. Only Abba Yahweh knows. So that is why it is not good for you to pull your mouth, because he himself knew why they did it. Okay? He knew why. If he warranted to destroy that demon that once attacked our great papa, Yakub, who knows? But he himself knew why they did it. Because now it is the final judgment of all this wicked spirit that is waging war against the people of the book. Now it's their final judgment, and now it is our cleansing. It could be a last minute to heaven. It doesn't important. What important, it is that you repented from iniquity. You did not die. Because if you die in your iniquity, therefore, sevenfold vengeance is going to carry out against you. Paying with everything you have. That is the link of fire. But when you repent at the last minute, of course, Abba Yahweh pardons. So we are done. Family, staying tuned on the Shabbat. I want to do the message I said that we will touch on. We bless Abba Yahuwah. So Bright and Oyi, sevenfold judgment is on your head. Except you stop that nonsense. Stop castigating. Except you retrieve all your stupidity. If not, sevenfold vengeance is living in your bosom. In Yahuwah's mighty name. That's it. Now so we see. To Abba Yahweh be all glory, be all praise, honor, adoration. I love my great